What is going on, guys? It is Blink here, back with a new guide. So in this guide, we'll be talking about better stair trap placement and many edit tips. Also, the V-Bucks giveaway is still going on, so make sure to visit the link in the description to enter. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications as opposed to Amazon gift card code in the comments every time I upload. By turning on notifications, you'll have a way better chance of getting here first and redeeming that code. Anyways, guys, let's get to this guide. Now, before I talk a little bit about edits, I want to talk about the new best way of basically guaranteeing a trap kill if your opponent walks up your stairs. So, before I've told you guys to place traps on floors as you're ramping up a mountain, and as I thought about it, I placed a trap on a wall under a staircase because traps go right through stairs, and by simply placing a trap on a wall as you ramp up, your opponents are going to take some massive damage walking up your stairs. Now, after looking at it, you want to box the trap in, because as you guys can see, it's pretty exposed, and I got pretty lucky with the player that went up my stairs. So, simply place a floor down and a wall, then place a trap and jump up and place a wall on both sides. This will cover the trap from all angles, and your opponents won't think twice about the box you've made. It's really not that obvious, which is good. Now, the last tip I want to give you is use metal. Don't use wood like I did because it's easy to see through, and the trap does stick out at the top of the stairs. You also want to make sure you've got metal going the whole way up. It makes it a little less suspicious. Now, since we're talking about traps, boxing someone in without traps is also handy. You can see the moment I got this player under my stairs, I boxed him in, and I don't have traps, so making a stair edit is super handy. I try to make these edits pretty quickly, that way your opponent has no time to react. If you've got your building down to a T and your offensive edit plays aren't the greatest, then work on your offensive edits. If you've got your building and edits down to a T, then work on your trap placements. You want to keep improving yourself by getting good at all these things. There are players out there that are putting a lot of time into edit plays and traps, and sometimes it won't go as well as they want it to. But every play they make, they're getting better and better at these things. So make sure you're always trying to improve on something as you play. Here's one more example of boxing someone in. Although the issue with this one is that the stairs weren't mine. Once you've boxed your opponent in, instead of the stairs, choose one of the side walls and edit the bottom 3 boxes to open up the wall. You want to make these edits pretty quickly, that way it gives your opponent less time to think and react. Speed is key. And work on your stair edits too. Instead of me peeking over from the side of these stairs, I made an edit down to catch my opponent off. He expected me to either build off from a different angle or peek over my stairs because it's what other players have been doing and that's what he's used to. The last edits I want to talk about is floor edits. As I built towards this opponent, I was able to place a floor over top of him, and at that instant, I edited my way down and got in behind him. As I said, making these edits quickly won't allow your opponents to make a move, and a lot of the times they won't expect it. I was able to catch him double ramping up because of the quick edit. Had I done it slow, he might have got away, and as a result, he now has the high ground. So you also have to understand that you're in risk of losing the high ground when making these edits. So make sure you're confident in getting the high ground back. Here's another similar example of the same edit play. Built up, and I was able to place that floor over top of this opponent and made an instant edit. And look what happened. My opponent tried getting away, and I never let him leave the same platform he was blocked at. That's how quick these edits need to be made. You can't edit peek anymore, so you can't take it slower and make sure your opponent's not looking. It's all about speed now. Ever since the edit nerfs, everything has to be done with speed. It's just simply because you'll catch your opponents out in bad positionings. So guys, to conclude this guide, make sure you're taking the time to work on your edits. If you've been eliminated, go back to your replays and take a look at maybe if you could have made some sort of edit play to help your situation. I do this all the time, guys. I relook at my footage and I figure out what I could have done better. It helps you engrave that situation into your head and helps you execute that edit next time you're in a similar situation. You'll really improve as a player by visualizing the better play you could have made, because next time you're in that similar situation, you'll have that same vision pop up back into your head, and you'll be able to execute what you should have done last time. Well guys, that's it for this guide, and a like and a sub will be greatly appreciated as it does help me out a lot. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you on the next one.